Well, good morning, and thank you all for coming out. This is it's a difficult day. I have many different emotions running through me right now, but it is a day that I am ready for, and I am at peace with my decision. I have enjoyed a 30-year career here at the Austin Police Department, one of the best departments around the country, and it is made great because of the men and women who serve here and the leadership of this organization that you see behind me who support us from City Hall. Being given the opportunity to serve as the chief, first as interim chief, I would definitely want to thank Elaine Hart for giving me that opportunity. But then when Austin got our new city manager, Spencer Cronk, we found ourselves in moments of turmoil directly after his arrival. And Manager Cronk stood with me, stood by me, and helped me as Austin got through those very difficult days when we were under attack. We had a lot going on, but he supported the department, and he supported me, and he has given me this opportunity, which really represents my greatest satisfaction in my professional career. I have had the benefit of working with Assistant City Manager Ray Ariano for many, many years, back when I was an assistant chief prior to taking over this role. And he has been a steadfast supporter as well, ensuring that we had what we needed from a city management and city hall perspective. It's hard looking back at a 30-year career and identifying that one call or that one moment that really stands out. There are just so many of them. A law enforcement career is one that just gives us the opportunity to serve and to give back, but it takes a lot as well with being exposed day in and day out to just the rigors of police work and unfortunately sometimes the depravity of the human condition. And that is why it has been my greatest pride to be able to not only serve among but be given the opportunity to lead the men and women of the Austin Police Department. We may be imperfect, but I promise you the men and women serving you, serving our community, have hearts of gold and are here to serve and give back. I know the times are difficult right now. I know the policing profession is under scrutiny and it's under reimagination and redesign, and I know a lot of that is taking place here in Austin. But I stand here with confidence knowing that APD will come out of this a strong agency and that we have positioned ourselves to do so. Some ask why now? Well, there's no absolute reason why it's now. For me, this is right. I very much look forward to what my next endeavor is going to be. But the role of the police chief is one that is so demanding that I felt if I'm actively considering what is next for me, what I want to do next with my life, I'm likely not giving all of myself to the job. And so reaching this 30-year mark was important for me because my father pinned my badge on my chest on February 1st of 1991. And that's why I chose that date to begin this process. It is a difficult process, and it's not a decision that I made lightly. There was a lot of consultation with my family, with friends, with my chaplain, as I worked towards this decision. It's hard to step away from a department that you love and a community that you served for 30 years, but I know that this agency will carry on. I know that all of the hard work that has been put in over the past year and a half to ready our agency for the next cadet class so we can start that process again is coming to a culmination, and reports will be coming out in the very near future so we can get that cadet class started. So the fact that I've been able to see some of these milestones also weighed into my decision that this is the appropriate time. I again just want to remind this community, you have an amazing police department with dedicated men and women, both in uniform and those civilians that serve us from behind the scenes, that they truly give of themselves day in and day out. And I would just ask you to make sure that they know that you appreciate them. I know it. I get the opportunities maybe more often than they do to hear that. But it's important in this moment in time to let them know that, because I promise you they are committed to you. We've been through tough times before as an organization, and we've gotten through them, whether it was the bombings, whether it was through operating without a labor contract, whether it's the moment we're in right now as we're redefining policing across our country. You have a police department that is strong and that is ready to tackle these challenges, and I know that the men and women that I will leave behind when I exit next month are ready to take on this challenge next. It has been my greatest, again, professional satisfaction to serve as the chief. Looking back at my career, I've had a lot of opportunities, but I've said this throughout my career, and standing in front of you today, I wholeheartedly believe it. When I look at my 30 years and I try to define that moment or that time where I feel I really made the greatest difference and gave back and really exemplified that service, would be my years in the Child Abuse Division as both an investigator and a supervisor. Because at the end of the day, you are dealing with children that are in horrible circumstances by no fault of their own, and you are that person that can make a difference. So I know in the years that I spent there, that in some small way, I was able to play a role in helping those children. I've had a lot of other opportunities. I'm proud of this department and the work we've done in collaboration with our community. We were, at the time, I believe, the only police department to meet with and work with our activist group and actually co-author a de-escalation policy. We've had great relationships. Those relationships are strained right now, and we are committed to building upon those so that we can, again, see Austin Police Department to the future and whatever that looks like. So I am, again, grateful that I have had this opportunity. 30 years is an amazing career in law enforcement. I am very excited about wherever I end up next. I don't know whether that'll be the private sector or staying in the public sector. But I know in my heart that it is time for me to pursue that next opportunity, and I don't feel that I can give my full attention to the duties of the Chief of Police as demanded if my heart is now looking for that next opportunity. So I thank you all for coming out. Again, I want to thank the Assistant City Manager. I want to thank City Manager Cronk for giving me this opportunity. Standing with me, you see a couple members of my executive staff. And although I am the chief, I have a strong team that has surrounded me throughout my tenure. These men and women have given me the support, have given the advice. Everything we do is done in consultation. And so the leadership that I will leave behind is strong and is ready to take on the challenge.